This is the Happy Families Podcast Friday edition. Today we're checking out a letter of the week as well as that K-pop Demon Hunters. The story continues in our home, the Netflix smash movie, plus a brand new game that is going to change your family forever based on our experience with it, and the phrase of all the phrases that I've taught my kids, the phrase that has stood out the most as we dissect Father's Day, all that and more. Oh, some Sabrina Carpenter goss as well. I forgot that. Coming up in just a sec. Stay with us on the Happy Families Podcast. Hello and welcome to the Happy Families Podcast, Real Parenting Solutions every day. We are Justin and Kylie Coulson. Kylie, so much to get through today. Going to start with our letter of the week. You can email your letters to podcasts@happyfamilies.com.au. Letter of the week, email of the week.
You've been holding out on me. I don't know anything about a letter of the week.
One of the challenges with the work that I do and the travel that I do is sometimes we don't get to talk about everything. I've been whispering sweet nothings into your ear instead of telling you about the letter of the week, email of the week, whatever you want to call it. So this one comes through from Amy, who wanted to share a letter from her school principal, and I think this one is a big one. And a big shout out and thumbs up to Templestowe Park Primary School in Victoria for this one. The principal, Mark Roberts, sent out the following to parents and carers of Year 2 students. Following discussions with the school council, the school's leadership team, staff and other schools, the decision has been made to not commence the Bring Your Own Device program in Year 3. This means you won't have to provide an iPad for your child in 2026. Basically, they're saying we want your kids to not have screens for at least one more year. And I could read a whole lot more, but that's the gist of it. And I just thought to myself, we need more letters like that coming through. We need more principals having the courage to say, let's stay analog. It's actually not going to revolutionise kids' education by putting them on an iPad. I love it.
That's not the letter of the week. That sounds like a letter of the year.
Yeah, I know.
That's pretty awesome.
So many parents just breathed out and went, oh, reassurance. Thank goodness for that. We can do this. We can do this. So I love that. There's a little bit of news as well, a bit of goss. Last week we were talking about K-pop Demon Hunters, and I asked you if you were going to take the kids to see.
You're going to throw one of our kids under the bus.
I am. You know where I'm going.
Yep, I do.
Okay, so I'm throwing you under the bus first. I voluntold you to take the kids to the movies while I was away. You didn't do it. And nor did I because I was away. But because it's available on Netflix and you don't have to pay all that money to go to the movies to see it anyway, our 15-year-old sat down with our 11-year-old. They decided to watch it together. 15-year-old hadn't seen it. And when the movie was over, she walked out of the living room with tears in her eyes. Sobbing, crying about K-pop Demon Hunters. We are mocking our daughter on the podcast.
Well, so was her 11-year-old sister, because when I walked in the door, the first thing she said to me was, go ask Lily how she liked the movie.
And Lily, the whole time, she's like, it was terrible. I didn't like it at all. I wasn't interested in it. And we're like, but you are crying a lot. So I just wanted to get that out of the way as well. A couple of other quick things. Sabrina Carpenter has her brand new album out. This has been provocative. This has been controversial. This is definitely not a kid's album, but everybody who's a kid who loves Sabrina Carpenter wants it.
When people first saw the cover of Man's Best Friend, there was a lot of tisk, 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 and oh my.
There's just a lot of pointing fingers. My fans that know me and know the person behind the music look at that photo and they know exactly what it is. And people that have no idea who I am absolutely look at that photo and go, where are her parents?
Yes. Yeah,
My parents actually saw the photo and they loved it.
Anyway, Sabrina Carpenter has now come out publicly and said that her new album, Man's Best Friend, was, and I quote, not for any pearl clutches, as reported by The Hollywood Reporter. Strong language, a lot of explicit content on the album, and Sabrina Carpenter is, well, I mean, she's owning the space that she's decided to take on, but a very, very much an album that is not for children. So we just thought we would mention that as well as part of the broader I'll Do Better Tomorrow conversation. All right. So that's the latest news in parenting as far as I'm aware. There might have been some other bits and pieces that have slipped my attention. You can let us know about anything that's big via podcasts@happyfamilies.com.au. Kylie, I'll Do Better Tomorrow. It's time to dissect the week that was, talk about where you won, where you would have liked to have improved. What's your main take-home message? What's your main story for the week?
Oh, I actually have a question for you. How do you usually feel about Father's Day?
Next question. I mean, I know I'm supposed to love it. I know there's a whole lot of scripting around what Father's Day is supposed to be, but I'm not massive into it. I usually have a large series of unmet expectations in that I'd like the kids to demonstrate that they've thought of me just a little bit, although I don't need anything, but a nice letter or a song or a poem or something. And I'd like them to tidy up the mess without being asked and get along for the day.
You're not asking very much.
Very low expectations.
Very. Said nobody.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Where are you going with this? Did you just throw
we
shade at
nailed
me?
it.
Did you just throw shade at me?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I think we nailed it this year.
I do have low expectations. I think we did too. I think we had an absolute cracker of a Father's Day. Might have been the best one ever. Maybe.
So we don't hide the fact that we go to church on Sundays.
No.
And one of the mums in our community came up with this brilliant idea to prank the dads.
Uh-huh.
And so we made a massive Temu order and ordered all the dads the same tie for Father's Day.
How many were ordered? Like 100? Something like that? There'd have to have been at least 100.
Yeah.
Identical tie.
Yep. So I prepped Emily and she did such a good job when she gifted you your tie. You had already made it really clear that you did not want another tie for
I have
Father's
more
Day.
ties than I'm ever going to wear. I only wear a tie on a Sunday. That's pretty much it, unless we're doing some kind of an event. So I don't need ties. I don't have space for ties. I don't like ties particularly. And so the kids all know no more ties for Dad.
And I knew if this was going to work, Emily was the only one who could get away with it.
Yeah, because if the older kids gave me one, I probably would. Here's my low expectations. I probably would have said, "What'd you get me a tie for? I don't want." I get this from my mum. My mum has said that so many times when we've gifted her something. She's like, "Why did you get that for me? I don't want that." It's like,
I don't need
show
that.
some gratitude. Can't believe I'm saying this. This is a terrible confession. This is meant to be your on to better tomorrow, and you're just throwing me under the bus.
No, I'm not.
All right, maybe I'm throwing myself.
You're doing a
under.
very good job
Yeah.
all by yourself. Anyway, Emily hands it to you and you actually look at it and you were quite impressed. You thought it was an okay tie.
It was I have to, I mean, while I'm just absolutely destroying my reputation here, I did look at the back to see what brand it was, and there was no brand, and I thought, oh, that's funny. And the feel of the tie, like it feels like a Temu tie. I wasn't thinking that at the time, but I was thinking it doesn't feel like the kind of tie that I would normally wear. And
but anyway, Emily was very proud of herself. She paid with it all with her own money.
Right.
And she hands it to you and you say that you actually ask me what coloured suit you're going to wear with it because it would go with both.
Yeah.
She did such a good
I had
job
two
of
suits
picking
and-
a tie that was going to work for everybody.
Yes.
We get to church and as you're doing a reverse park, you do a double take because you see one of the guys in the car park putting up the kid's pram.
Yeah, a guy called Guy, like literally that guy. He was wearing the same tie.
You did a double take and I knew in that moment you had clicked
Yeah.
that his tie was the same as yours.
Yeah.
You get out of the car.
But I didn't see anything bigger than just, Guy and I are wearing the same tie.
Yeah. So you get out of the car and you make a comment to Guy that you've got the same tie. And he said, you actually asked him, where did you get yours from? And he said, my daughter bought it from the Father's Day store.
Yeah.
So your brain is going overtime because, Emily doesn't go to any Father's Day stores.
Yeah, she's in homeschool. We homeschool her, so there's no Father's Day stall. I'm thinking maybe there was a stall at the plaza or something.
And I had made it clear to you that we'd gone shopping.
Yes.
So you were like, this doesn't make sense.
Correct.
But okay.
Yeah.
Then the next thing, another guy
Sam drives in.
He gets out, and me and the other wife are looking at each other. We're just waiting for this to hit. But Sam is oblivious. He has not even clicked.
But Guy
at
was
all.
looking after his kids, so he didn't notice either. And I've got, Guy, Sam, no way. And so the first thing I say to Sam is, where did you get the tie?
So now you're peppering me to ask me exactly what store.
Well, because here's the thing. Because Sam actually said, I think that the kids bought this one on Temu for me. And I've gone, in my mind, I'm thinking, because I'm tight, I've gone, hang on a sec. So Sam's got his on Temu, which means it probably cost about $4. And Guy's picked his one up from the Father's Day, or the kids have anyway, from the Father's Day store, which means that he might have paid somewhere between $6 and $10. But what I'm actually thinking is, You've gone to the plaza and somebody's gone and bought Temu ties and they're probably selling them for 30 or 40 or 50 bucks in the plaza and we've been ripped off. That's what I was thinking. Emily's been ripped off. This is not fair.
But the best part was when you walked in the doors and you realised you'd been pranked and everybody around you was wearing the same tie.
I looked around, I'm like, I've been pranked. You've pranked us. You got us.
Oh, it was good. It was good. And
good.
it actually just elevated our day to another level.
Yeah.
We really enjoyed great conversations with friends in our community. And then we got to come home and we had an afternoon down at the beach. We just took some picnic food.
Hey, hang on. You're stealing my older better tomorrow.
Oh, am I?
Well, a little bit. But anyway, go ahead.
And it was just so nice watching everybody play frisbee together. And even the kids that are not particularly interested in playing frisbee got involved. It was easy.
Well, it was more than that. Not only did we have this wonderful level of involvement and engagement, I mean, you were in the whole family. We were all throwing a frisbee around and just playing and having fun on the beach. But at the end of the night, the kids all came and laid on the bed and said, "Can we do that every week? Like we want more of that in our lives." And I mean, a bit of a, I don't know, I was going to say shot myself in the foot, dagger to the heart kind of thing, because this book has taken me away so much. I'm so mindful of how much this boys' book has robbed our family of time together. But boy, oh boy, it's almost over. I'm into the last couple of weeks of this book, and it was really nice. It was a great Father's Day.
And I guess my take home is I've spent so many years trying to curate the perfect event, whether it be Father's Day or birthdays, and, kind of twisted myself in knots trying to kind of make sure that every detail is taken care of. And while some of those events have actually been really beautiful events, what I loved was just how organic this was.
Yeah.
It really was. I just made a simple green salad. We'd barbecued some chicken the day before. There was nothing super special about it.
Yeah.
But what was special was the fact that we were all there and we all wanted to be there.
Although, a quick note, let's do something about not letting the sand get in the food next time. Crunchy salad with extra sand is not... But you know what? We got through it. Hey, up next, what I pulled out of the past week in terms of better ways to make our families function, plus making the most of most memories. Stay with us. Okay, Kylie, here's my I'll Do Better Tomorrow for the week that was. I'm going to be really sneaky here and chuck a couple in because they all kind of combine together. Over the last, what it would have been the last 21 days, I think I've been on the road and traveling for about 16 of them. So I've barely been home for the last few weeks. It's been absolutely chaotic, and that's a really hard thing for us. We talk about it regularly. There's certainly no bragging there. It's, if anything, it's a privilege to be able to travel around the country and help other families to learn principles that are going to make them happier. But it does come at a steep price for our family, and it's been really rough. I'm so grateful. I'm not traveling again for several weeks now. I'm home, which feels really good. But last weekend, while I was home, randomly, spontaneously, the kids came into the room and they resurrected a game that we haven't played for years. And you probably heard it from the kitchen.
Yeah, I did.
The kids are just screaming, and this is a loud, raucous game. The game is called Push Dad Off the Bed. Why don't you describe it? Because you're usually not involved in it. You just watch it. I'm the one who's struggling for dear life to stay in this game. How would you explain the game?
It's just a mess of bodies all over my bed. There's squeals, delights, there's feet, heads, just body parts everywhere.
It's an all-in brawl.
It is an all-in brawl. And what's crazy, what's crazy is our 22-year-old lives at home.
Yeah.
And she was as much involved as the 11-year-old.
Yeah. Yes.
This is a game that has stood the test of time.
Yeah. I've been playing it for 25 years. Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what happens in 25 years' time.
Oh, my goodness.
You might break a hip.
That's what we're going to do. I don't want an old people's home. You can just push Dad off the bed and all of a sudden it's over. Pneumonia, broken hip. We're done.
Oh.
So basically they use their arms, they use their nails, they use their heels, they use their heads, and it's them against me. So I had a 22-year-old, an 18-year-old, a 15-year-old, and an 11-year-old. And basically, I lay on the bed and they try to pull me off or push me off the bed.
So you all start on the bed, and the idea is
I've got to get
you've
all
got to
of
try
them
and get
off.
them all off.
Yes.
So if you do that, you win.
Yeah, but they've got to get me off, and then they win. And it's just, we ended up playing it 2 or 3 times last weekend, and every time, I mean, the bed gets destroyed. That's just the bed is a casualty of the game. So much fun, so much laughter. Nobody cried this time in the entire weekend, which I mean, I'm taking as a plus. It was a lot of fun. But the other quick one, gosh, and I'm taking way too long. The frisbee on the beach, which you've already mentioned, so much fun. But as part of our Father's Day remembrance experience, you asked the kids to each share one of their favourite memories of me. And every single one of them essentially shared the same story, or their version of a certain incident with me, and the same story. So our eldest talked about the time that she wrote off the family car by crashing it into the wall of a church on day 1 of driving with her learner plates. Abby, our 22-year-old, talked about the time where she was driving late at night and a kangaroo hopped in front of her and she wrote my car off that was only a year old, my brand new Kia Cerato GT that I was very excited about. And then and so on down the list. Each of the girls, they broke something or they smashed something or they ruined something. And every single one of them said, favourite memory of Dad, or one of my favourite times with Dad is when this awful thing happened and I used that line, the line that they all remembered. And it was so gratifying. The line is, people matter, things don't. And so when they confessed that the car was totaled or the thing was smashed or the whatever it was, apparently in every single case, I went to them and I wrapped them up in my arms and I whispered in their ear, people matter, things don't. It's going to be okay. So for me, that's my I'll do better tomorrow. The dream has always been for me that when our children reflect on difficult moments and emotional moments and challenging moments through their childhood, and they reflect on the way that you and I have handled those things, that they will have warm memories, that they'll have the kinds of memories that help them to understand that there was compassion and love and understanding and second chances and those kinds of things. And people matter, things don't seems to have somehow snuck through the defences and worked.
Well, I know Father's Day's come and gone, but I'm so grateful for not only the way in which you have fathered our children, but the way that you have elevated them and just encouraged them to be their own best selves, to be critical thinkers, to question the way things are, and to be a blessing and a light to other people. And your example has just been such a bright, shining light for them. And hearing them share those stories, you talked about it being gratifying to you, but it just, I think so often as parents, we sit there with our big, long list of all the things we get wrong and all the ways we wish that we could be better. And yet to sit there on Sunday night and to listen to these girls share these really, really big moments in their lives. And the thing that they remembered was that they mattered. And that was just, it was such a beautiful moment. So thank you. Thank you for being all of that and more.
Oh, now you've got me weepy as well. We need to wrap this up. We've gone well over time. We really hope that you've enjoyed listening and hope that there's some inspo here for you to make your families happier. Across the weekend, please spend that time. Go throw a frisbee. Go and, I don't know, just spend time with the kids. Kids spell love Time. If you'd like more resources and ways to make your family happier, you'll find them all at happyfamilies.com.au. And a huge thanks to Justin Rulon from Bridge Media, who produces the podcast, and Mim Hammonds for all of her additional admin and research support. Have a great weekend. We'll be back on Monday talking about what to do when your kids get violent and hit you, whether they're 3 or even a little bit older.